I'm Lara, and we'll be doing a Vinyasa basics practice today. It's a little bit more gentle Vinyasa practice. We'll get started today in a fetal position. So go ahead and choose how you'd like to rest, on which side you'd like to rest. You can just come onto your favorite side. And rest your head onto your right upper arm. You can always rest your head on top of a pillow or a folded up blanket. And your left arm or your top arm, whatever arm that is, it can rest onto the ground in front of the belly. You can rest it on top of the side body. You can gently let it wrap behind your back. And just take your time finding a comfortable position. Let your eyes relax closed. And make sure your head, neck, and shoulders feel supported and relaxed without tension. Allow your face to soften, allow your belly to soften. And take the first few moments just grounding down into the earth. We'll take a few rounds of deep breaths together here, taking a big full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. And again, full breath in. Through the mouth, let it go. And full breath in through the nose. And through the mouth, let it all go. And just let your breath return back to its normal pace. You can keep your lips sealed and start to take your breaths in and out through the nose. And if you'd like to invite in an intention for your practice, feel free to set one, any positive thought for yourself or for anyone else who might need it. And gently start to open up your eyes. Use your hands and arms to press yourself up to seated. Just come up to a comfortable seat, and we'll start by stretching the head and neck. Take your hands behind you. Gently lace up your fingers and open up through the chest. So draw the shoulders back a bit. You can keep your elbows bent. Gently draw the elbows slightly together. So you just feel this widening across your collarbone. Sit up nice and tall. And gently drop your chin down towards your chest, stretching the back of the neck. Take your right ear, roll it over towards your right shoulder. And pause here, just letting the weight of the head stretch the left side of the neck. And slowly roll your head back through center, chin towards the chest. Take your left ear over towards your left shoulder. Let the head and neck be heavy, stretching the right side of the neck. We're going to make these little half circles side to side. And feel free to pause anywhere you want to hold the stretch. Take it at your own pace. Starting to be intuitive about how you feel in your body and what you need in your practice. And still keep pulling the shoulders back. Keep your chest open. And let your chin drop down towards your chest once again. Stretch the back of the neck a little bit more. And gently bring the gaze back up. Releasing the fingers. Sweep your arms up towards the sky. Touch your palms overhead at the top. And exhale, hands to the heart space. And just moving the arms with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top. Exhale, hands to heart space. And just one more together. Sweeping the arms up, lifting up through the body, touching your palms overhead. And then exhale to bring your hands down in front of the heart space. And from here, we'll move to our tabletop position. So sweep your legs around. We'll come to face towards the front of our space, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And just start by rocking your shoulders side to side. Just getting a gentle stretch, awakening into the hands. Spread through the fingers nice and wide. And come into your stillness through center. Flip your right palm up so your fingers are pointing back towards your right knee. And just stretch the top of the right wrist. The wrist can be sensitive, so take it to your level. You might stay right here. Maybe you can lean back a little bit, maybe gently rock side to side, giving that gentle pressure to the top of the right wrist. And switching sides, point your right fingertips forward, flip your left palm over, fingers point back towards your knee. Again, you might stay right here. You might gently lean back or rock side to side, just feeling it out. And point your fingers towards the front of our space and walk both of your hands just a couple inches forward of the shoulders. And then start to shift your shoulders over your wrists. Lean the heart even slightly more forward beyond your wrists. And then as you exhale, pull your belly up and in towards the spine. Round up through the spine as you take your hips all the way back towards your heels to your child's pose. And we'll just rock forward and back a couple of times. Inhale, rise up to your hands and knees. And then shift your shoulders forward beyond the wrists. Pull your belly button in, round up through the spine like cat pose, and then feel the spine lengthening out as you shift your hips all the way to the heels. A couple more times, rising up to your hands and knees. Lean the heart forward. Pull your belly button in, round up through the spine, press the hips all the way back towards the heels. Rising back up, shift your shoulders forward over your wrists. Shift them a little bit beyond. And then exhale, rounding up through the spine, take your hips all the way back towards your heels. This time as you inhale, rising up to your hands and knees, tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Your hands are about shoulder distance, feet are about hip distance. Think about pointing your hips up high. Relax your head and neck between the arms, gazing towards the legs, towards the feet. Feel free to pedal your feet out. And we'll stretch here together. So with your inhale, lift both heels up high, rise up to the balls of the feet like you're standing on your toes. Exhale, gently release the heels back down. And with the breath, a couple more times. Inhale, lift the heels up high. Exhale, gently release the heels. And just one more with the breath. Inhale, lifting the heels up. Exhale, releasing the heels back down. And softly walk your feet all the way up to your hands, coming back up to your forward fold at the top of our space. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold it back down. And then from your forward fold, bend your knees gently. Let your head, neck, and arms hang heavy. Hold on to your elbows. And just making this box around your head with your arms. Let your head and neck remain nice and loose. If it feels okay, really gently, slowly sway side to side. Feel the spine lengthening down through the crown of the head. And you can switch the crossing of the forearms, continue to sway, or just stay in your stillness. And bring your fingertips back down towards the earth. Rise up halfway again, flat spine, fingertips to the shins or knees. Draw your heart forward and draw the shoulders back away from the ears. Exhale, fold back down. And then rise all the way up to standing. Sweep your arms up, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to heart space. Breath and movement, half salutations. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up halfway, lengthen through the spine, heart forward. Exhale, fold it back down. And rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And with your exhale, hands to the heart space. A couple more rounds. Inhale, sweeping your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale and fold. Rise all the way up to stand, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And one more together. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Rise up halfway, inhale. Exhale, fold back down. And rise all the way to stand, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Good. So from here, weight shifts to your right foot. And bend your left knee about to the level of the hip and flex your left foot so the bottom of the foot is parallel to the ground. Just standing up tall here, finding that openness through the chest. And as you press your palms together, feel how that can help you expand across the chest a little bit more. Feel the shoulders release away from the ears. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, bend into your right knee and you'll step your feet together or about hip distance apart into your chair pose. So keep your feet and your knees the same distance apart. And strengthening through the body here. And reach your arms out to the sides, palms face forward. And then exhale, touch your palms together in front of your chest. And we'll just do that 2 more times. Inhale, opening up the arms out wide. Exhale, touching our palms back together. One more with the breath. Inhale, opening up through the arms. Exhale, press the palms back together. Inhale, open up through the arms and press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing, touch your palms overhead. Hands to the heart space. And take a full breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. Balance on your left foot. Bring your right knee about to the level of your hip and flex through your left foot. Again, here, standing up tall, stand out of your left leg. Energy through the spine, chest is open, core is hugging in. And steady, full breaths in. Try to focus your balance on something that's not moving. And take one more inhale breath. As you exhale, start to bend into your left knee. We're going to sit down into chair pose, feet together or about hip distance apart. Aligning your feet and your knees the same distance apart. And steady breaths here. And then this time in your chair pose, reach your arms up towards the sky. And as you reach your fingertips up, still relax the shoulders away from your face. Sit down a little bit deeper. Press into your feet, rise all the way up to standing, touch your palms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart space. And inhale, sweeping the arms up, lifting up through the body. Exhale, fold forward and let it go. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold. Step it back to your downward dog, taking the hips all the way up and back. And then from your downward dog, inhale and shift forward to plank. Shoulders are over your wrists. Aim to create this straight line in your body. And then lower your knees down. Shoulders are over your wrists. And your knees are further behind your hips. From here, we're going to do 3 chaturanga push-ups, keeping your knees onto the earth. Lean your heart forward, take an inhale. And as you exhale, point your elbows straight back, lower down about to the level of the elbows. Keep your elbows close to the body. Inhale, press your arms straight, strong through the core. 2 more times. Lower it down, keep your heart forward of the shoulders. Press back up. 1 more time, lowering down. Press back up. This time we're going to pass through chaturanga and slowly lower all the way to the belly. Try to get your hips and your heart down at the same time. Point your toes back. Press the tops of the feet down into your mat. Take your hands by your lower ribs. Inhale, lift the heart, Cobra Bhujangasana. So really light in the palms, feet are pressing down. Strengthening through the back. Stay with your breath, make sure you're breathing. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, float your chest back down. Engage your core. Press up through your hands and knees. Tuck your toes with your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Walk your feet all the way back up to your hands, coming back up to your forward fold at the top of our space. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold it back down. And start to rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of the heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold forward down towards the earth. Rise up halfway, flat spine. Exhale and fold. And keep your right foot in front. Take a big step back with the ball of your left foot. Gently lower your left knee down. Point your left toes back. Rise up to your low crescent lunge. Stack your shoulders over your hips as you reach the fingertips up. I'm going to do these sweeping motions with the breath. Take an inhale, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, lean your heart forward and draw your arms back. And again, inhale, sweep the arms up. You can touch your palms overhead. Exhale, heart forward, sweep the arms back. And 1 more with the breath. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, heart forward, sweep the arms back. And then reach your arms up to the sky. You can touch your palms overhead. Exhale, hands to your mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee up. Step it back to your downward dog. Press the arms straight, lift the hips up and back. Inhale, shifting forward to plank. Use your knees, if you'd like, to lower slow, passing through chaturanga all the way down to your mat. Toes point back. Hands are placed by the low ribs. Inhale, lift to your Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, gently release the chest back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift through the heart. Gently release. 1 more time, lifting up through the heart space. Gently release back down. Engage your core, tuck your toes, press up through your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift the hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And walk or lightly hop your feet up to your hands, back to your forward fold. Rise up halfway again. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, rise to standing. Sweep your arms up, touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. Exhale, bring your hands down in front of the heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold, and keep your left foot in front. Take a big step back with your right foot. Lower your right knee down gently. Point your right toes back. Lift up through the arms, through the chest, into your low crescent. And again, moving with the breath. Exhale as you lean your heart forward and sweep your arms back alongside the body. Inhale, reach your arms back up. And again, heart forward, sweep the arms back. Inhale, reach the arms up. And one more time, heart forward, sweep the arms back. Reach the arms back up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your mat. Tuck your back toes so you can lift your back knee up. Step it back to your downward dog, lifting the hips up and back. Relax your head and neck. Ground through the hands and feet. Connect to your breath. Inhale, shift forward to plank position, shoulders over the wrists. Use your knees if you need, so you can lower slowly to the belly. Toes point back. Press the tops of the feet down with your toes pointing back. Take your fingertips off of your mat, about in line with your shoulders. Come up high onto your fingertips like you're making a tent with your hands. And then with your inhale, lift the chest a little bit higher. Keep your core engaged. Exhale, gently release the chest back down. Only go as high as is comfortable. Inhale, opening up through the chest. Slowly release with your exhale. One more with the breath. Inhale, lifting up through the heart. Exhale, gently release back down. Press up through your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. And then walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. So come to a forward fold at the back of our space. Rise up halfway again. Exhale, fold it back down. And then rise all the way to standing, sweeping the arms up, touching your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And with your exhale, bring your hands down in front of the heart space. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Walk towards the middle of your mat and then turn to one side. It doesn't matter which side you turn to. Take your feet out wider than your hips. Pretty wide, taking up most of the space of your mat. If you reach your arms out, you'll think about your feet being about underneath your wrists. Turn your toes out towards the corners of your mat. Hands to the heart, bend your knees into this wide squat. And steady breaths here. Press your palms together again, feeling that openness through the chest. And then start to reach your arms up and overhead. You can keep your palms touching together, or maybe you split the arms open. And just see what feels good in the body. And see if you can sit your hips down deeper. And press your legs straight. Touch your palms overhead if they're not already there. And bring your hands back to the heart. Good. Standing up tall here. Take another full breath in. And through the mouth, let it go. Take another inhale. As you exhale, bend into your knees again, finding that squat. And keep your hands to your heart. And then just take your right elbow over towards your right knee. Inhale, come back up through center. Left elbow over towards the left knee. Inhale up through center. One more time on each side. Right elbow to the right knee. Inhale, lift. Left elbow towards the left knee. Inhale and lift. Now we're going to hold it over to the right side. You're going to bring your right forearm on top of the right thigh. Turn your palm to face up. And reach your left arm alongside the ear, stretching through the side of the waist. Good. And just take a big circle through this left arm. Reach it up towards the sky. Circle it back. Circle it in front of you. In front of the face, all the way back up towards the sky. Come back up through center, reaching up through those fingertips. Bring your arms overhead, hands to the heart. Good. Press your legs straight. Turn your toes to make them parallel, toes pointing towards the side of your mat. Take another breath in. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips and fold down. Bring your hands down, relax your head and neck down. It's fine to have a tiny bend here in your knees. You can plant your palms in between your feet. You can hold on to your calves or ankles. If it feels okay, you can take your hands, lace up your fingers, stretch your shoulders, drawing the knuckles up towards the sky. Start to bring your fingertips back down underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lift the spine up halfway. Exhale and fold it back down. 2 more times with the breath. Feel the stretch. Inhale, heart forward, legs and arms nice and straight. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold in. 1 more, inhaling, heart forward. Exhale, folding back down. Bring your hands to your hips. Squeeze your shoulders and elbows together. So feel that little pinch. With a strong core, rise all the way up to standing. Turn your heels in, toes out. Bring your hands to the heart, come back down into your little squat. And then bring your left forearm on top of the left thigh. Take your right arm, stretch it alongside the ear, just reaching the fingertips alongside the ear. Stretch to the right side of the waist. Full breaths. And then from here, start to circle your right arm up towards the sky. Circle it back. Let it sweep down in front of you, alongside the face, up towards the sky once again. And then using those fingertips to guide you all the way up, reach your fingertips up and overhead, touch your palms, hands to the heart space. Press your legs straight. And then just walk your feet together, heel toe your feet together, step your feet together, turn towards the front of our space. Relax your arms alongside the body, circle your arms all the way out and up, touch your palms overhead. Exhale, fold forward and let it go. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold, and keep your right foot in front. Take a big step back with the ball of your left foot. And take your left foot a little bit towards the left, so your feet are about hip distance. Keep your back heel lifted. We're here in this lunge. Strengthen through the core, rise up to your high crescent. Sweep up through the arms, through the chest. Good. Exhale, heart forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, lift your chest upright. 1 more time, heart forward, sweep your arms back. Inhale, chest and arms reach up towards the sky. And then take your left heel, turn it down towards the ground. Turn your chest towards the left and float your arms out to a T, warrior 2. Try to keep your gaze over your front fingertips. So in this pose, your right toes are pointing straight forward, your knee is bent on the right leg, right over the heel. Your back leg is pressing straight and sealing the outer edge of your left foot down into the mat. Steady breaths. Straighten your front knee, reach both arms up and overhead. Exhale, float it back down to your warrior 2. 1 more time, straighten your right knee, reach both arms up. Exhale, back to your warrior 2. Now keep your legs the same. Flip your right palm to face up. Reach your chest and your arms back to reverse warrior. Exhale, take your hands, circle them all the way down to your mat. And step it back to your downward dog. Press your feet back, press your hips all the way up and back. Inhale, shift to plank. Use your knees if you need. Lower slow all the way down to the earth. Toes point back. Rise to cobra or upward dog if that's part of your practice. Rise up, take your toes, tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Walk your feet all the way to your hands. You can gently hop your feet up to your hands, rise up halfway. Exhale and fold it back down. Rise all the way up to standing, sweeping your arms up. Touch your palms overhead at the top of the breath. And exhale, bring your hands down in front of the heart space. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hinge up your hips, fold forward. Rise up halfway. Exhale and fold, and keep your left foot in front. Take a big step back with your right foot. You can widen your right foot out towards the right. Feet are about hip distance apart. Rise on your inhale, high crescent, hips and chest points forward, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, heart forward, sweep your arms back. And again, inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, sweep your heart forward, reach the arms back. Inhale, reach your arms up towards the sky. And then spin your back heel down, turn your chest to the right, float your arms out to a T with the palms facing down, warrior 2. So starting with your foundation, checking the feet, left toes point straight forward, deep bend into the left knee. And your back leg is straight with the toes angling in. Try to gaze over your front fingertips. Straighten your left knee, reach both arms up towards the sky. Exhale, float it back down. 1 more time. Straighten your left knee, reach your arms up and overhead. Then exhale, float it back down to your warrior 2. Turn your left palm to face up Gently reach it back to reverse warrior. Find this long stretch through the side of the waist. Circle your hands all the way down to your mat. Step it back to downward dog, lifting the hips all the way up and back. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Lower slow chaturanga all the way to the belly. Use your knees if you need. Toes point back. Rise to your back bend, cobra or upward dog. Strong core, tuck your toes. Press your hips all the way up and back to your downward dog. Take a full breath in. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it all go. Gently lower your knees down. Shift your hips back towards your heels, child's pose. You can keep your knees together, widen them apart. Rest your forehead onto the ground. Your arms can gently stretch forward, or maybe try reaching your arms back to the outside of the legs. Let your shoulders soften. And take another full breath in. And through the mouth, let it all go. And use your hands to gently rise up to seated. And then again, you're going to turn towards the side of your mat, onto your knees. And take your hands onto your hips. Take your right leg out towards the right. Take your right hand on top of the leg. Reach your left arm up towards the sky with your inhale breath. So feel this length up through the left fingertips. Take that length as you start to sweep over towards your right leg. Nice long stretch. You can turn your gaze up. Inhale, coming back up through center, reach both arms up. And then exhale, open through the elbows, open up through the heart space, and reach your arms back up towards the sky. And then take your left hand, reach it underneath your left shoulder with your fingers pointing in that direction. Take your right arm, stretch it all the way alongside. Come back all the way up, so reach up through your right fingertips, reach your arms overhead, touch your palms, hands to the heart. And take your right knee back underneath your right hip and switch sides, taking your left leg up towards the left. Reach your left hand on top of the leg, sweep your right arm up towards the sky, high up through those fingertips, find that reach. Side bend over towards your left leg. Inhale, coming all the way back up through center, sweep both arms up. Exhale, widen through the chest, widen through the elbows. Inhale, reach your arms back up towards the sky. And then take your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Take your left arm, sweep it all the way alongside the ear. Come all the way back up. Reach your arms up, touch your palms overhead, hands to the heart. Take your left knee underneath your left hip, and you're going to sit your hips back towards your heels. And we'll just do this from the side so you can see a little bit better. You can sit onto the balls of the feet, or you can point your toes back. Take your hands in front of the heart, lace up your fingers and press your palms to face forward. Reach your arms up towards the sky, lift the chest, lift the gaze, stretching the chest open. And then exhale, round through the spine as you press your palms forward. Just do this a few more times with the breath, reaching up, opening up through the heart space, and rounding through the spine as you press your palms forward. Just do a few more rounds, motion with the breath. Reach your arms all the way up, touch your palms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. And take your hands, lace up your fingers behind your back. And I'll turn to face my back towards you so you can see this. So your knuckles are interlaced. Take your knuckles to the outside of your right hip. So just feel the stretch into the left shoulder. Draw your chest open, draw your knuckles back. And feel both elbows like they're trying to touch together. Sit up tall through the spine, hug your core in. Good. Release that. And just switch the crossing of the fingers, take the other pinky on top. And then take your hands, knuckles, wrap them to the outside of the left hip. Open through the collarbones. Feel again like you're trying to touch your elbows together, tall spine. Hug your lower ribs in. And steady breaths. So just breathing into the space of the shoulders. We can hold a lot of tension. And gently let that go. Release the hands and fingers. Come down onto your back. And keep your knees bent up. Hug your knees in towards your chest and gently rock side to side. Give yourself that little massage. You can stir your knees around in a circle in one direction. And gently go in the opposite direction. Come into happy baby pose, so separating the knees, thighs around the torso, flex the feet, and hold around the edges of the feet with the hands. Try to lengthen your tailbone down, keep your head, neck, and shoulders relaxed. You can rock side to side if that feels good. And start to bring your feet back down onto your mat. And take your feet wider apart. Keep your knees bent up. You can rest here if that's comfortable. If it feels nice to knock the knees in towards each other, you can do that. Toes can slightly turn inward. And ground your hands onto your body. You can place your hands onto your hips or onto your belly, or maybe one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly. And take a few moments to experience grounding through the body. Let everything on the back side of the body relax heavier towards the earth. Allow your top surface of the body to soften. And returning to breath, big full breath in through the nose, through the mouth, sigh it out. 2 more breaths like that, feeling a sense of release. Big inhale, expand through the lungs. Sigh it out through the mouth, let it go. 1 more full breath in. And through the mouth, let it all go. And then make your way to your most comfortable rest into Shavasana. You can stay here if this is comfortable in your body. You can extend your legs out straight. You can bring the bottoms of the feet to touch if you'd like. Feel free to keep your hands grounded onto the body, or gently rest the arms away from the body. Inviting a sense of rest and calm. Let your eyes gently relax closed. Everything heavy, 1 more full breath in through the nose. Through the mouth, let everything go. Allow yourself to drop back into that state of ease and surrender. Rest and relax. Let your face soften. Let your eyes rest back. Let your jaw be relaxed. Shoulders heavy, belly soft, hips heavy. Relaxing all the way down through the arms, into the fingers, and all the way down through the legs, into the toes. Receive all the benefits of our practice here. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana shape for as long as you'd like. If you have the time, stay until you feel ready to get up. And if you're ready to close up your practice, take a fuller breath in and a fuller breath out. And on your next inhale breath, start to reach your arms all the way back behind you. Find that nice long stretch. Bend your knees up. Plant your feet onto the earth and then gently roll over onto your fetal position, just as we started. Take another full breath in and out. And as you're ready, you can keep your eyes still relaxed, closed. Press yourself up to your meditation seat, your most comfortable seated position. And touch your palms in front of the heart space. Reconnect to your intention, your reason for your practice today. I invite you to chant the sound of Om with me. So together, take an inhale. Om. And the sound of Om is said to encompass all the sounds of the universe. A reminder that we are all connected, we are all one. Thank yourself for carving out time in your practice to connect to your mind, body, spirit. Find gratitude for your strong and healthy body. Thank yourself for practicing self-care and self-love. And thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.